in some other plane of existence. Yeah.
So that portion is lost. Whatever you may have heard, gentlemen, whenever you may have just heard in the last, what was it? In the last 15 minutes or something? Yeah, none of that was real. It
Yeah, I don't know why it crashes. Like, fucking Behind the Fence runs on just like a slideshow of GIFs and scrolling text.
incoming, please lower your bitrate consumption to 35,000.
Yeah. Please be humane.
Remember that? Remember back in the days when
Yeah, you
Twitch
couldn't do like
was
more
like
than
shit?
4K unless you were a partner, and then they would be like, ah, man, you gotta fucking work on this shit.
It wasn't even 4K. Like people who wanted to stream 720 couldn't like even do it. Like 720 wasn't a thing that existed. Everybody really was relegated to like softly capped 420, and like the partners and who was able to get it were relegated to also a very soft 720. Like 1080p wasn't a thing till like 2014. Like mainstream wise, it really wasn't a thing for the platform pre like 2014, I think.
I
I
mean,
remember
they
all of
they
those fun
got
days.
they got all that space because Amazon bought them, you know? And Amazon's like that big ass fucking server hosting, dude who's got like all the fucking servers out there in the Pacific Ocean. And they're like, yeah, here's all the computing power you could ever need. I mean, they're still not Google large, but
Here's a quantum processor. Swear to God, if you guys mention the server, you know what? Sometimes I feel like actually mailing uh Twitch a whole quantum server just for them to have, just so then it's like if I ever hear or have somebody come into my shit to tell me, hey, uh friggin' you gotta turn it down. Please turn it down to 35,000. I mean 3,500. I will come and revoke your quantum server. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spam every partner's stream. I'm going to spam every partner's stream with LOL 3D, and you can't fucking stop it.
I mean,
So you can just take that, Twitch. Twitch.
they did get a bit large at some point, right? They got like public appeal. 12-year-olds who are like violating the terms of service, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Twitch streamer," and they just play League of Legends all day and waste internet. But, you know,
But now we got the big servers. Now we got the big jumbo size servers from the Walmart.
yeah, now
Now
we
we can
got big dicks.
now we can handle uh 15 billion people on the platform all trying to stream 4K at once, and it's legit no problem at all.
Yeah, and it's weird because still not everyone gets transcoding options. Supposedly, at some point, affiliates are gonna get priority access to transcoding, but
By priority access, do you mean uh
not at
we're gonna
all.
give you transcoding once a month and then
Like
never
you
fucking
had
again?
for like a week, and then it was gone.
No, I
Uh,
still have transcoding.
wasn't it gone for like a moment?
I think it just whatchamacallit. I've seen this happen with other stream platforms before where like your transcoding will just kind of like cock out. Like it'll actually just like sputter and go out a little bit. And that's literally just up to Twitch servers. Like if I know, I don't know, I know, I am super fucking certain based on everything I've seen and heard that like when you have transcoding, once you get actual transcoding, you just like you have that forever. That's not something that is going to be taken away from you. You now have transcoding to have. And really like transcoding removals essentially happen if you're being a bad boy. If you're being like Destiny who says faggot too much, and who literally exists only to fucking get into stupid arguments with people in his Twitch chat again all the time. Oh man, I love Destiny. I love that boy. And
At some point, I realised that I didn't really watch Twitch. I merely just went to my dashboard, streamed for 4 hours, then never proceeded to watch anything on Twitch. And I'm like, why would I? Like, all the big dogs are over there and fucking playing League and the fucking Counter Strikes and everything. I don't like that shit. I like stuff. I don't like multiplayer that can be easily repeatable and is basically an infinite source of content. I want you to be uncomfortable in your high place over the fucking mountains.
I want you to stress about it every day when you open your OBS or whatever program you use to stream. I want you that whenever you open it and hover over that stream button, I want you to be in stress. I want you to be fucking panicking about it.
I want you to know what it is to not know what to do.
Well, the thing about it is I don't think it's like the big ones, although I've seen it. I've seen some commentary from some big streamers and from some like big, not really big, not top dogs of Twitch, but big fellas. For instance, I'm going to use our good old age example again. Who-Wit-Wix, Mr. I get partnered the first game I ever stream. Who-Wit-Wix. But the thing about it, I'm pretty sure that they kind of like partnered him out of gags. They just kind of partnered him immediately because since he had a pretty big following on Speedrun Live.
He had a following everywhere. I mean, he's like what?
No, he had
brother or something.
I don't know. I know
he's definitely someone's brother, and he's part of the Wobblers, who are like former speedrunners who are like Elijah, Excessive Profanity, Professor Broyman. I think King Gothalion is there. I mean, now it's basically the Destiny crowd. You know,
is that what the Wobblers is? Was just ex-professional speedrunners who now just do whatever the fuck they want?
No, they were just Twitch speedrunners, and it was like when teams on Twitch was a thing. And they were
right, that's how you got on. That was the speedrunning team then, fucking the Wobblers.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand it. It kind of makes sense, but I don't know if he was Broman's brother. I know that Wit-Wix lived with him for a while. I'm not sure if he was somebody's brother, but I do know that at first he had a following on YouTube. Small, like nothing big, like a couple thousand subscribers following. And then Speedruns Live because apparently like he just got really, really into Boshi, and everybody started to absolutely enjoy watching Boshi. But I've heard some of his like olden stories of like when I first started to speedrun to Twitch, and when I first started to actually stream to Twitch, he gives a commentary of what I did. Essentially, pretend I'm talking as if I'm Wit-Wix. What I did when I started streaming was basically I would take my old laptop that I used for games that I didn't use for my streaming PC. I would take that laptop, I would take my phone, I would take my tablet, and I would take my mom's phone and tablet, and I would set them all to my stream.
Just so it had 5 viewers. Yeah,
just so it had a couple of viewers. And I'm thinking, wow, what a fucking like, yes, that's.
I mean,
it's such a beginner's thing to do, but
I still feel like doing it sometimes, man. It's just like
I did it. I'll admit I did it, albeit I didn't have too many devices, but I'd grab my mom's laptop. I remember those 3 years ago when I started. I'd grab my mom's laptop. I'd grab 2 of the smartphones I've had and just put them on. And I would relish those 4 viewers, that 4
like
number on the counter. Like that, yeah, they're real. They're right there. They're giving you the interaction. Oh, but fucking the real adrenaline came from telling everybody that I knew, hey, I'm streaming, please just pass this link around, tell everybody to come, and then seeing 9 viewers in my counter for the first time, and I was completely floored. I looked at myself and thought, I'm famous now.
I was
I'm
always
just absolutely famous.
I was always too embarrassed to share my streaming thing. I'm like, this is something nobody I know should ever watch. They should know this exists. And I'm basically like that for everything in life. Like, no one should know I made this except the people I want to know, who are all people that cannot touch me and do not know me.
We all want to be anonymous. I kind of started out in that way. I really did start out in this fashion, but like slowly as I've gotten over time, I'll just tell people, yeah, I stream. Yeah, I do live streaming. But it's for the top dogs, it's a job now.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
a career.
for the top dogs who are always on the top listings of Twitch, and the dudes who regularly get like quad digit, quint digit, sixth digit numbers of viewers. For them, it very much is like a career now. I don't they do it for the enjoyment. Of course, it's something that they enjoy doing, but it's very much something that is a job. It's something that they do because that like pays their bills, gets them food every month, uh fucking make sure that they, have enough to live. All of the stupid, it's just the thing that they have that gives them their income. That's their income. And uh not to say that it's like they don't enjoy it anymore, but it's a job then. It very much is a job. But to me, I don't. I feel that if it comes to the point where possibly one day it is a job, then I don't know if I'll have the same fun to it anymore, because this very very fucking much is to me fun. It's super fun when you, and this is the thing. Here's the thing to all of you up and comers. All of you up and comers, take it from your buddies Ted and Artie. For all you up and
The
comers,
overly successful Ted and Artie.
the guys you see with 100,000 viewers live all the time.
Divided by 1,000.
We get subs every second. Subs come and sub every 2 seconds.
Don't
We have
you
like
really
on the
hate
regular
that?
$10
I
donations.
really hate that when I see, like, I go into someone's chat and I see, like, every fucking second a sub. I'm like,
I'd
you
hate
are...
that. I'd hate that on my chat, because that really annoy me. That's the thing about it. I weirdly talked about it once with my fiance, and I was like, man, if I ever kind of do get famous with this, I never want to have over 5,000 viewers. I always want to have 5,000 viewers or less.
Yeah, just the
Not
comfortable
exactly 2,
amount.
3, 10, or 20, but I always want to have around like 3,000 to 5,000 viewers, because from what I've seen, that viewer count is perfect. It's absolutely bomb diggity perfect. You will make money. You will make the amount of money where you can buy your own house, but also chat will be much like, will have leagues of better quality. It will be in leagues of better quality. And you will get subs. You will definitely get subs, donos, everything, but it'll be very much more workable. It'll be much more workable, and it won't fuck with the quality of the stream, because as much as there is people who really really like and really really do look at these big fellas, and just look past the whole, well, uh it's like uh every second you're seeing some subs or donos or anything. uh I can't. That would fucking annoy me.
Yeah.
That would really fucking annoy me, to every 3 seconds, as like I'm playing a game, and every 3 seconds it's that's all I hear in my headphones. The ring, bring,
Yeah, it's just
dono,
like that
sub,
sound
dono,
when...
sub, dono, sub. I like it. I'd like to hear it. And I feel like a lot of people kind of like do like to hear it, because fucking that's the sound of money. that is the sound of you're making money, and money is being made. You
Yeah.
understand?
I mean,
But
you can get your hourly wage like in a few seconds.
eh, you can instantly make essentially like uh like what, 6 9 figures
Yeah.
with like 100 subs. And if you could like maintain a stream of about 4 or 5 hours, even, literally, boom, you will have 100 subs easy within the first 2 or 3 hours. You've made a wage there. You've made like a monthly check from that, basically.
I mean, really, at some point, I think I'll be satisfied if I can regularly buy like a single video game at full price without having to worry about will it fucking affect me or not. Just
Exactly.
just fucking know that you're gonna have content when this runs out, and you're gonna have enough money to buy the new video game, which is gonna be popular because it's new, because there's gonna be an influx of people onto it, and just know that this is sustainable. If you get to that sustainable level when you can regularly buy a video game, like let's say every month, you're gonna milk that content a bit for a month of game, but if you do that for like 4 hours a day, every day, you get a few subs, let's say every week. You can say that yeah, this is a good investment. You can invest some time into streaming and be like, yeah, this is probably gonna work at some point. And that's why like the big dogs are like always they seem unthankful just because of their wild success. They can't actually pay attention to all of it. That's why you see people just disabling alerts and not acknowledging every single person who passes through and clicks the sub button. Because it gets absolutely fucking overwhelming.
It gets monotonous.
You sacrifice all of the fucking interactivity you can give, and it's just you, the game, and money.
And it's like when you get to that point, you've oversaturated your stream. To your stream, there's no longer, I'm making clever banter, I'm trying to have fun with the viewers and everything. It's just literally you like reading through mountains and mountains of shit to the point where there's really even no gameplay going on anymore. There's no you trying to be funny or entertaining. It's just I'm just wading through shit, and a lot of it is going to be fluff. Believe me, like look at Ninja's stream, look at Summit's stream. So much of it is stupid. Like, I don't have to really pay attention to this fluff, like absolute fluff. And of course, Summit knows how to like pick out the good stuff, but a lot of it is just it's just stupid shit that you really don't have to like look or pay attention to. It's just it's really monotonous. It gets extremely monotonous after a point. But I get, there's always the moderation to it. There's always figuring out the key and trick to it. But I don't know. There's just something about reaching like a 10,000, 20,000, 60,000 viewer count that it no longer looks or feels satisfactory. I'm basically like I'm gonna be listening to my own fucking alerts more than it's like you can't even have follower alerts anymore, really. Those go out the window.
Oh no, you can go away with those at like 100 subs safely. If you're getting it regular, you might as well just switch it off. Some people still have like the minute mute alert like somewhere on the screen for like, hey, you followed, thanks. But really what gets me at that point is, I'm going to use EXP as an example because that's what I know. He just has like the around 1,000 to 2,000 crowd, which is safely in that sweet spot you mentioned earlier.
I feel like he really should have more though for like the past 7 years.
Yeah, he's been doing it for about 5 or 6, I think. But the thing is, he's got his niche. He doesn't have fluff viewers. The fluff viewers get
Are all gone.
rejected. Yeah, they're like tumors. They don't fit in the body and they're fucking gone. And what I like about his crowd is that it's like minded people to a level where you could have meaningful conversations, like 15 billion chat lines per second, and you'd still find logic in them. You know?
It might look like spam, but all of them, it's all readable, it's all nicely interactable. You'd want to. If I was in his position, I would very much want to want to get in for that. Would really really want to get in and on for that, because it feels like there's really good content going on in the chat alone. People are making funny fucking jokes. People are making good actual commentary in the chat, and it makes whatever's being done fun.
Yeah.
Really,
And
really fun.
I can't get how, like, for Ninja, who's really the first guy who's almost bigger than some big esports tournaments. You know? He's like a progenitor of what can probably be the sort of trend in a few years. You know, having people be larger than life. He's successful, but who's he successful with? You know, there's the Fortnite crowd who are
Who is he
mainly
successful
kids.
to?
Yeah,
Also, essentially.
and you start thinking, well, is it fun to stream? You know, you can safely do it for the money, but do you need to be playing the video game anymore? Do you need to be there? You can just press start stream, press thank you for the donations to appear on the screen, and then just churn out money. And see, you can experiment with whatever counts as content for the day. And you'll probably lose some viewers, but it's gonna be insubstantial because you have 20 fucking thousand.
And not to mention, it feels like a soul is completely lost. We like the soul is absolutely it's gone from the game. But also on top of like the soul being lost, there's uh it's very delicate. It's a very delicate matter to try to put into words because it's all very much in the realm of subjectivity and shit. But it feels like the fun isn't real anymore. The fun does not seem real anymore. The it's all kind of hollow, and the content, the enjoyment, the entertainment, it's all being derived out of like the temporarity of like the hype you've made, the
Yeah,
temporarity in like the game that you have, the trends. And it's kind of like why I hated the whole premise of remember the big four for Twitch, and the big four that essentially like spawned a little bit of a meme for Twitch streaming, since for the longest time before the before the big whatchamacallit transition of Fortnite, and let's see what's big. Let me see what's big in terms of like the games. So before the big transitions and the big overtakes of games like Fortnite, the new Realm Royale, Battle PUBG and shit, and Overwatch. Before that, there were essentially like the four reigning kings of Twitch. The four reigning kings, where it's like if you are streaming one of these four games, you are guaranteed to gain some kind of success, some kind of marginal success. Typically temporary, super temporary stuff solely on the basis of because it's like the game is trending, the game has a lot of hype, so mainly where your whatchamacallit is going to be coming from. That's mainly where your growth, your hype, your momentum that you gain from it, that's mainly where it comes from. The fact that these games are overhyped.
you know
But
what I think? I think it's the idea that you are part of someone who has 20,000 viewers, the idea that at some point the number of viewers gets its own hype. Like, look, this is a Twitch streamer who has so many viewers. He's
I
like
think
an
that's what
event.
that's what keeps a hierarchy. If anything, that's what I think like keeps a really really good hierarchy in Twitch, and why whatchamacallit, why like Ninja's basically like the crown prince of Twitch right now, solely because numbers do fucking like they most certainly attract, but uh it's on top of this shit being like a numbers game, uh the numbers attract, and we no longer look at the streamer. We no longer look at what they're playing, although like we do look at it, but it's
It's
almost like a
superficial.
foreground thing. It's like what do we look at? We only have two criteria nowadays. We look at the numbers and we look at the game, but we solely look at the game in terms of, is it hype enough? Is it popular enough? Is it something that a lot of people are doing? So on and so forth. But we, it breeds this soullessness, this complete soullessness in the actual whatchamacallit, in the actual fucking in the streaming business, because majority of viewers, the large portions and the majority is from Twitch, they gravitate to the big stuff, to the big guys who are making the big numbers, and they transform their desire, their perspective on what they're looking at, who they're looking at, who they're going for, to we don't care for the we don't care for the soul anymore. We don't care if this streamer is actually good or not. We don't care if they have good content or not. We don't care for any form of legitimate merit or criteria. We just look at, do they have the numbers, and do they whatchamacallit, are they doing the really really fucking big hype game that everybody's hyped with.
I mean,
We
when I
forgot the
thought,
soul, we forgot the entertainment, we forgot the personality. I swear to God, I guarantee this. And you know what? Ninja can DM me himself and tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm very certain nobody fucking watches Ninja for his personality.
I mean, the thing is that Twitch has this sort of indirect obligation to investors, to the people, to themselves, to their employees, to make money. They need to make money to keep the lights on and to improve, because this is a rapidly growing platform that needs the infrastructure to do so. They're not what they used to be in Xix.TV. They're much, much bigger. And having those sort of whales that you can get in like their channel for 2 clicks, the moment you set foot on Twitch, you see the top left page with browse is like Fortnite, this is the most played game, the most viewers, and then you click the first person with the highest viewers and the highest played game, and you know that is what Twitch wants to advertise, because it is actively making them 50% of a sub cut per fucking second. Now that might not seem a lot, but when you're making a sub every fucking second or so, that's literally a few dollars per second into Twitch, and you can multiply that across how many games are there on Twitch? A fucking boatload. How many streamers are on Twitch? There's a
bigger boatload.
A bigger fucking boatload. Half of them, let's say, are not even affiliated, so we're not looking at them. But keeping in mind how easy it is to fucking get into affiliate, you're basically creating an ecosystem where every amount of money generated by users has a 50% cut. You're paying the American government a tax, you're paying your employees, you're paying yourself, and you have this platform which says, here's easy fucking money. if you can work for it.
If you can like prove that you can make it, and you can prove that you can generate the hype for it, you can make it. But I hate how soulless it becomes, how absolutely like soulless and vapid that like essentially gets, because and again, I have to repeat it, and Ninja still Doffer Stains, but he does not have a personality. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe he shows it. But from everything that I've seen of Ninja, I can confidently say that, like, outside of him being very good at certain FPSs, and when he wants to get good at like a shooter competitive game, he'll get good at it because he's an esports player. Outside of this, he has zero personality. He has zero entertainment quality, value, significance, or worth. Genuinely, the only thing that really drives his popularity is the fact that he's insanely good. He's insanely good, and he's been playing video games to a professional degree on professional standards for a long while. And trust me, you take Ninja out of his environment, and you put him into a complete foreign setting. Here, now try this with a not so good overlay, with a not so good, nicely set up stream graphics production set, with a game you've probably never played before, or something in variety. If he tries, let's say, if he tries God of War, if he tries Dokapon, if he tries Mario, if he tries Dying Light, if he tries Legend of Dragoon, I could almost guarantee that apart from like the some thousands of viewers who will be there because they just want to be there to watch this big popular streamer fucking do anything, that 140K viewer count that he gets on the regular, that's going to be nothing. It's going to completely plummet. It'll go down to 1 to 2, maybe 4 or 5K at best, because then there will genuinely be only the people who are there just solely for you. And even then, when we have these people, I kind of like beg the question. I really beg the question of whatever or whoever can consider or label themselves a core fan of Ninja. What do you see in him? What is super fucking entertaining about him? Because he'll fucking he'll pop off every now and then. Every now and then he'll definitely get a cool play, and he'll get excited, and he'll pop off, and he'll be like, "Oh, let's go." But tell me, please, what do you see in him? What is the entertainment value that I'm getting out of this guy? Because I used to see the same thing with Summit. I used to see the exact same thing in Summit. A guy who just isn't entertaining. He's good. He's really good. And he's put the time into his craft to warrant and very much justify where he is. But he was boring. And now I can genuinely say, like, yeah, I see it now. I see why he's cool. I see why people like him, because he tried. He went out of his way and he tried. He put in a little bit of effort into his commentary, and he's funny. He can make some good jokes. He has a pretty quirky personality that I enjoy, and it's super credible in how we see it with his variety streaming now, because he's very much taken to variety streaming. He used to be an esports player, strictly an esports player who plays Counter-Strike or other kind of like shooters that he's super into solely for like the esports and the professional competitive level performance output. Now he does blind playthroughs. Of all kinds of variety games, and he has a cool commentary to back it up. He he's tried. He tries and has tried and continues to try. But I mean, have you seen Ninja do anything different in the past
Yeah,
6
it's
years he's
basically
been
the same
streaming?
broadcast. You can basically record one broadcast, rebroadcast it every day, pretending it's live, and no one would
I don't think
notice.
many people would tell the difference at all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to it. He's just, apart from him getting excited because he does cool plays, apart from him just being good at his competitive video games that he's good at, he's not entertaining. There's nothing entertaining about him. There's no personality to him. He's got nothing going for himself. It's just bland. It's just absolutely bland and nothing. Complete bland and nothing.
I mean, at some point, I think he's going to become the sort of Twitch sacrificial lamb. He's he's going to
I hope
grow
that
out of
happens,
proportions. He's going to see that this is unsustainable. He's going to
and he'll fizzle
panic,
out.
and he'll fizzle out.
But I hope that that happens before, because I feel like, with his advent, with the advent of uh streamers like him, that's what a lot of new streamers, and what I fear a lot of currently, like, current top dogs or old streamers, I feel like they will essentially get the notion that, you know what, we've done this for so long, but it's like, that's what I fear. I super fear that, like, people like Man versus Game or XP or Day 9 or Travelyan might like get that into their heads, that it's like, I've been doing this for more than 5, almost more than 10 years now,
And
and
this fucking kid is showing off. Yeah.
apart from, like, the niche I've gotten with, it's like it barely makes do. I'm able to scrape by. I'm able to scrape by, get stuff for the content I want to make, handle my bills, but I scrape by. I don't want to do this anymore. I need success. And then they just look at Ninja's formula, look at whatchamacallit, Summit's formula, look at Lyric's formula, and say, well, this is it. They change their brand, they sell their soul, boom. 10,000 viewers, 40,000 viewers, donos constantly, subs every fucking second, and the soul is gone. The soul, the substance, the laugh, the charm, the feeling of I'm with a genuinely funny, genuinely creative, awesome human being, gone. All of it, absolutely gone. Thrown out the window. What replaced it? Money. The need for money.
I mean, what I like is Man vs. Game's approach to Twitch money. He makes a boatload of money. He's like the Twitch daddy, you know? They're gonna kiss him on the forehead even if he fucking dies and still continues streaming. But what I like about him, he doesn't keep it a secret that he likes, getting paid by Twitch to do stuff like events, continue streaming and everything. But what I've seen of him is that he sometimes affords not to stream. He just says, I don't need a schedule. I don't need anything. Whenever I stream, there will be people. There will be, someone interested in this.
They will enjoy it, and we move on from there.
Day 9 is the same. He's been doing this for probably more than, 90% of Twitch. He's, started with StarCraft. He's seen that is unsustainable. He's moved on to bigger things. He's found success in other media. And he's still, continuing to, basically grow. It might not be as fast as it was, yesterday. But, it's kind of harder to grow on Twitch nowadays. And are you really sure that people want explosive growth? Like, I don't think that if you make the jump from like 1,000 views to 20,000 in like a week,
a lot of core viewers will leave you there. that's the tragic and like horrible irony about it, is that if you explode too fast and too much, a lot of core fans will leave you, because a lot of people like to get like in a niche manner very invested into what they're watching. And it's like they build the sense that like what they have is like they're uh it's like it's my thing. It's my little thing. This is my little corner. This is my streamer. This is my guy that I know, that the close amount of people that I've made friends with on Twitch that watch with me, they know who it is, but it's like this is my streamer. This is my streamer and I like him. And he's kind of like my thing. And when we get into the whole I've grown way too fast, way too much, I've exploded far too quickly and then too far and far too big of a manner, it's gone. Like a lot of the people who came here to really watch you, a lot of the people who felt you were a niche cool streamer, they're gonna leave because they feel like they've been like everybody else, quote unquote, everybody else has robbed them of their little niche thing. This little niche thing that I used to have that was just for me, now a whole bunch of people have come and they've taken it away from me. I don't have my little niche thing anymore.
You know what I think sometimes? Like, me and you, we're not super huge. You've been at this for a bit more than me. But we're sort of on the same level, I dare say.
Basically,
But
yeah.
what I think is that some people, and at our stage of Twitch, I'm not talking about the big guys with thousands of viewers. I'm talking about the like
The
5 to
little
10
man.
people, like even less so. Some people get so invested in the idea that I have this viewer, he is here, and he's going to watch me every day if I make everything good. That's bullshit. Like, there is the concept of a bad viewer. There is someone who's going to be, like, there for
Who's just gonna be
one
there
cast.
through everything.
Yeah. He's going to, completely go off his way to probably try and do something with your cast, but it might be against, your internal code of conduct. And I've seen people like kiss a lot of ass to some viewers just because they don't want them to leave. Well, I personally have taken a page out of like some bigger streamers' book, and I think that if you see someone who's actively disrupting, your feel, your mood, your stream, your cast, whatever you call it,
Make content out of them now. Make them the joke.
or that, or just fucking ban them outright. Don't have them there. You don't want that type of person. You don't want any viewer. If you're that, desperate for viewership, okay, go ahead and kiss ass. But
Kiss ass to somebody who's essentially roasting you and posting screenshots of you to like fails Twitters and going on 4chan to talk about how cringy and fucking stupidly retarded you are and all that. Go ahead.
I
Go
mean,
ahead
yeah.
if it makes you feel better.
At some point, I appreciate the sort of how should I put it? Someone who is going to take me out of my comfort zone. Like, I don't always like being surrounded by yes men who like me and are like, yeah, this is great content, keep on churning out the same fucking thing. If someone has like genuine heartfelt criticism about, this stream, and I find an argument in that is real and genuine and has some sense of worth, I will take it to heart and I will facilitate changes in order to make that. I will not specifically go out of my way during this very broadcast to do it, but I will think about it.
And I may find some consideration for it, and then I may go out of my way. We'll see. But it's like just as you mentioned, that's what I also feel like that is which is like a really horrible viewer, is that kind of viewer that will stick by you for anything and everything and will keep their mouth shut and will just watch whatever you put out, because that actively diminishes any and all growth potential you may have as a streamer. A viewer who will never pipe up to tell you what you're doing is maybe boring, or what you're doing is not quality, or is not funny, or is not, it's just not good, that is also a bad viewer. IMO, that's a bad viewer, because a viewer who isn't able to let you know how to grow, IMO, a super bad viewer, because you ought to be able to have a viewer that, you can banter with them. You can always make some content and banter with them back and forth about it, where they tell you, oh, this is pretty boring. You make some jokes about them in chat. They make some jokes about you. You have a little back and forth, and then boom, it's funny. It's interesting. We've had a laugh. And you can also take something from that to get even better, get even more entertaining in your content. The folks who will just sit by you to just let you do whatever, let you stream whatever, let you act and produce in any way you want on your stream, that is IMO, the more harmful viewer than the one who's just going to be there to shit talk you and to roast you and to tell you all this mean shit. Because a viewer who, it doesn't have to be all of them. It very much so doesn't always have to be all of them. But a viewer who isn't willing to at least somehow contribute to your growth while you're interacting and contributing to them, now that's a bad viewer.
Well, a
That
good
is a
example
bad viewer.
of this, which I just thought of, you've probably had this. Like, you've been streaming for 2 to 3 hours, you're almost, getting the stream over, you've not really had anyone in chat, and then you notice that your mic has been muted for the past
The entire
fuck all hours,
fucking time.
and you want to die. Well, imagine if you had a viewer in chat who wouldn't just sit on his fucking ass and think, this is fucking great, I love muted streams.
But they're just going to sit there. They're just going to sit there, watch. Nothing. Just pretend and assume that what I'm watching is supposed to be silent commentary, like a silent just gameplay.
You've seen this stream. You've been here before. You know that something is wrong. I wouldn't do a drastic change, just order the fucking blue. I'd fucking know.
I'd fucking make an announcement about it. It would be probably in the broadcast title.
Yeah, just...
But, oh lordy, just keep them going. Just let them go. Just let them do it.
Yeah, that's why
I've been holding it in for a second.
I think he's gone to the toilet to take a shit. Yeah, I think he's went to the toilet to take a shit. Oh my god. Was that the sound of his fucking pee hitting the toilet bowl? Because if it is, we just won a BAFTA award for sports entertainment or whatever. This is great. I love producing content. This is totally gonna get us 1 billion views. That's all we need. Just one guy to piss on live TV.
Was about to pee on stream. Was damn near about to pee.
You know what was the best part about it?
Mm-hmm.
I could audibly hear how your pee hit the water in your toilet bowl, and then how you flushed.
Oh yeah, I've got them good mics. I've got them good mics for that good bathroom ASMR, because I know the people love it.
Yeah.
I know that's what people are here for, just the good ASMR. But all in all, in terms of just kind of like the way things go for Twitch, ultimately at the end of the day, hopefully people kind of have it in mind. This shit really, really is luck. It's all just a whole bunch of luck. But just the the what I would say, in my opinion, is the absolute best way to go about the situation is definitely take kind of like man versus games approach to it. You know, I'm just gonna stream. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna have fun, and whatever. Like somebody's gonna be there. Somebody's gonna come. And somebody's gonna like it, and we're gonna have fun. I'm just going to have fun either way, and that's just how it's gonna go. That's just what's gonna happen. Because and I didn't get to mention the big advice that us, your two big fucking world class top of the leaderboards, buddies, Twitch and Arty,
Twitch
have
and Arty. Are you rebranding to Twitch.Tedverse?
Twitch.arty,
Yeah.
Twitch.artverse. But
We could have been smart and, taken that Twitter handle, but we're not.
and uh what will really really impede a lot of people, and what impedes a lot of people from success, is the fact that they don't have fun with it. You really need to genuinely just have fun with this, actually enjoy this, and actually enjoyably have fun with it. And in order
Um,
to do that for Twitch streaming, you have to, like, since let's all not kid ourselves here. A good portion and motivation as to why folks go into this is because I want to get known. I kind of want my name out there. Kind of want a little bit of some e-fame, and I kind of want to turn this into a career. I kind of want to make some money out of it.
I'm in it for the
But
money.
in order to be able to do that, in order to be able to be successful for this, in the sense have fun to truly be successful, you need to take this mentality of looking at the view counter. And I still from time to time will have the little tick about it, although I've really done everything to completely get it out of me and to
I hide mine.
completely remove the habit. But you need to remove and dissolve this mental it's a mental block. The mental block of looking for the view counter, stressing about how many viewers you have, stressing about getting viewers who are engaging, getting them to sub, getting them to donate, getting them to follow, always pushing for the viewer count, always pushing for fame, and always pushing for the money. You can do that. You can do that, but what you need to do is you need to not think about it, which is extremely, like, I can't like put it into enough gravity, but it is very much so easier said than done. But you need to completely forget about the fact that you're doing this to get viewers and you're doing this to get money. You need to turn that aspect of your brain off, and you need to focus on two things. Am I having fun, and does this look good? That's where the success comes from. That's where like the 30% of the hard work aspect comes from. The remainder, the full and entire remainder, is luck. It's all just luck. Literally any and every big time uh whatchamacallit, literally any and every big time uh whatchamacallit, viewer, not viewer, but uh streamer, like the real big time folks, have said and will say it's all fucking luck. It's all very much so luck. I know, remember one of my really like beloved top names. He's not just like a streamer, but big YouTuber, started on YouTube, Twitch streams and all that, but he's one of my favorites. He's in my top, like, of the people I extraordinarily enjoy and go out of my way to pay attention to and watch so much more than anybody else at all. It's Cryotic. Been watching him since forever. And he himself is like given like a lengthy kind of description about it in the sense of you need to keep this a hobby until you actively see that this is a career and that it's turning into a career. It needs to stay a hobby, and in your brain, it needs to stay a hobby because this shit is very much 80% luck. There are a lot of really small time streamers, like super small time streamers, super small time YouTubers who have been doing this for 3, 4, heck, maybe even 5 years. Who whatchamacallit, who do the do, but
They just don't have the audience like some
they
people do.
just don't have the audience. And if you look at them, you could compare them directly to a lot of the big names, and by God, they're 10 times better. They're 10 times better. They're 10 times more creative, funny, entertaining, innovative, interesting, everything. 10 times more than some of the biggest names. And yet, handful of subscribers, maybe somewhere in the hundreds. When they stream, they have around like 10, 20 viewers at best. Nothing spectacular, nothing extraordinary. Meanwhile, they do deserve it. They super duper fucking do deserve it, and they deserve every single merit that comes with being an extremely big time streamer, and they don't have it. It's luck. It's pray to the cosmos that they will put you in the right place and at the right time where enough aware minded individuals are looking, and hope that, you know what, you're going to be in their sights and that you're going to be in the direction there to look at them. It's really all that there is to it. Not really all, but that's mainly where it is to it. So, but hard work and all that, it's what raises your chances. Hard work and
Speaking of
putting in
hard
the
work,
dedication, yeah, it's what increases your chances of the luck hitting you. Basically.
wanna finish off the rant with a game show and death threats?
Let's see what's in the box today. And now, everybody, to play our brand new, better produced, better boxed up, it's the Behind the Fence game show. What's in that fucking box?
You want to host this one?
Okay.
They've made it simple enough where you basically have to know nothing about the box to win the box.
We're making some innovations here. We're making some real innovations.
You know what we need to do? We need to, some point when we get that elusive one viewer, to have him host the game show.
We'll just look to the thing and say, oh, you're a viewer, you're being interactive enough, you will now host the game show.
Yeah.
And do it. Our contestants will now get a box. They will look at the box and make guesses as to what's inside the box. They get 3 guesses, and if they don't guess it, well, the producer takes their family. They won't be seeing them again.
And then just a random yay.
Yay. And if you guess it and you win, you get whatever's in the box. All right, contestants, let's play. Guess number 1.
I think it's a one of those flying dinosaur bird velociraptors.
I think you're fucking wrong. Guess number 2.
Don't I get a hint that has nothing to do with
guess number 2?
Oh, it's guess number 2 is the hint. Guess number 3 is in the box.
No, you stupid idiot. That's wrong. Guess number 3.
Oh, now we're getting meta. But you said it was in the box.
Guess number 3.
Bryce.
Fucking guess the proof is getting.
It's a limited edition of George Orwell's 1984, printed out on meatloaf.
No, you stupid fuck. Open the box.
Shit. We need. Come on.
Quick, flashlights, open the box.
Shit.
Can't have dead air. It's expensive.
There it is.
And now the box is
I mean,
some random fucking person's balcony. Thank you for joining and watching What's Inside the Box. Tune in next week as we get even more high-res pictures.
that was a good one. You want to react to death threats now?
Are they any different?
We've got a few. We've
Different,
got.
or is it just,
No.
hey, you bitch, I hear you talking shit.
I mean,
I hate you. I want you to die.
we have that too, but we've got 3 this week, all from different people, if you can imagine that. The first one is from Dan Mason, who is the brother of the techno beard Viking who's been giving us death threats for a while. He says,
Oh, we might have to stop the show. Techno Viking is giving us death threats. That means our days are numbered. Have you seen that man? That man can chew through a human, like
we can
standing.
still do this.
He can chew through a whole elephant standing up.
We need the money, man. He says, I hope the frozen human waste from an aircraft falls on you. And Teddy.
Joke's on you, Techno Death Viking. I use an umbrella.
There you go. Have them apples. Then we
Joke's
have.
on you. Take that, put that in your techno and smoke it.
Then we have one from Squiddy, the anthropomorphic squid that lives inside an old TV. I hope you choke on a hot dog horizontally.
How the fuck do you do that? I mean, as soon as you tell me how, I'm on it.
Sure.
That doesn't make sense. You're disqualified. Your insult made no fucking sense.
And then we have one that's really a doozy. It's from Pikachu's dismembered head. It's really dramatic.
You still get work?
Yeah. It's really dramatic because it has 3 dots on every side. And
Does
it
it
just
go...
almost, but translated through the Universal Pokédex, you find that it says lowercase die.
Just?
Yeah.
Disqualified. Fucking boring.
Yeah. We're not gonna accept death threats from you, Pikachu. You had your chance.
No, we're not accepting any death threats from anybody who can't really make them interesting. Like, I'm not about to sit here and read out your stupid fucking just die and no, it's got to be interesting. It's got to bring my family into it. It's got to threaten to ruin my life, basically. Like, you're not giving me even a chub. Like, I'm flaccid. I'm fully soft. I'm fully soft from this. I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all.
Yeah, that's basically all we have for the week.
I mean, really, like, the producer threatening to stop the show at any moment, that's more threatening to me.
Oh.
That gives me more that scares me more than any death threat. You ask me.
Jeez, Teddy.
Don't make me do it.
Once you do the show better, we could make more money on it.
I'll make more money and not give it to you.
I'll choke you if I can get it. I'll kill you, Mum.
I'll draw you a fucking dick. Okay, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Anything but the drawing of a dick. Don't do it.
It's gonna be real realistic. That's my cancer speaking.
Don't do that to me.
I don't have much time on this world, Teddy. Teddy, please take this. It's the plans for the next 100 seasons of Behind the Fence. You need to draw it out, otherwise we're gonna run out of boxes. We've already dug up all the Mayan temples and Costa Rica or whatever. I don't understand South America. Could you do this for me? My final wish. Also, tell my daughter she owes me $5 for that fucking ice cream baguette.
Tell my daughter, stop being a furry, you faggot.
Is that the second producer that still has like a crossbow pointed at your fucking forehead?
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Oh, he's. Oh.
All the holding of the crossbow just had him fall asleep.
Wait. Do you... Now's the time. Now's the time to escape, man. We can finally escape this Colombian prison we've been locked in for 15 weeks.
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving, man.
Bye, producer. Wait, hold up. I need to blow my nose in his face. Take this, producer. You fucking cock.